And now on to the second part of our build, which is going to be the second scout. And we had a thought of it, think about it, and we're going to try for a fast flying ship to act as the second scout. The idea being that the first one stays out at distance and basically lasers the target at a long range, puts lots of defensive fire out, defensive smoke and missile etc. out from the ship. Has a small defensive missiles, but it's mainly defensive. The second one is going to be a more typical aircraft, and what I was thinking was that we could make it very fast for a start, and it's going to be lightweight. It might take damage, but it's mainly going to stay away from danger with speed and erratic flying. Now that won't stop it against something like a laser, to be frankly honest, but we should help against other missiles. Now we're going to do this mainly from lightweight alloy, I think, because weight is going to be very important for this vessel. Now we're going to try and keep the size down a little bit. We don't want to go too high with the vehicle size. There's no real need. Also, keeping the distance, the length short, should make its flight a little bit more erratic. I'm going to put overly put on there, overcompensate for some of the flight dynamics to basically over control it. So we'll just see how that works. Right, let's go through the basics of what we need on this. Now, really basic ship. We'll put some angling on the front. Primary is going to be the missile system. So we didn't put that in straight away. So, and again, it is going to be just a simple system of we have one at the front and one at the rear, simply lasing the target. So missile laser emitter. I've put some space in there to allow for possibly some sloping in here. So we'll put this, and it's controlling my team's missiles. My team. I'm going to leave it at that, because if it doesn't get a laser target, fine. There'll be something else will be lasing. We've got the other ship. So this is just going to be, I wouldn't say acting as a decoy, but it is to a degree. Oops, come on, get up there. There we go. Having a moment with my keyboard controls. So I put that there. We shall put in a weapon controller. And we're going to put the AI straight onto this. We're not going to have multiple AIs on this. We're going to make this a fairly simple system, just to whoops, let's take out the mirror line for a second. I put it in there. Okay, we need one of those in there. Yeah, a simple system just to well, I'm trying to think of the right words here. Just to, it's not a decoy, but yeah, if it gets hit, it gets hit, quite simply. I'm not going to be overly give that too much of a problem. Okay, so we've got that there. Defensively, we might give it one missile out the front. Again, similar to what we did with the Ladybird, just have some basic missile structures. We'll need an engine. We're going to need some control blocks. There's going to be various controls we'll need to put into this ship using control blocks. Everything from return back to its docking station when damaged. Plus, I'm going to put one in there for height. if it goes back to below a certain height, i.e. goes into the water, we won't put any water start, we'll just make it dock back with the mothership if it goes into the water. That could be a simple system there. Okay, so that's all we effectively need there, I'm thinking. Now we just need to make this fast. Now, one way is going to be to put some slopes in. I could use the 4-way slopes, and I might do on the side. We'll start with a 2 ways there. We're then going to put in, that's 2 blocks there. We can put in, I'm just trying to think of the best way of making it, how this is going to look, and how I'm going to control. I've gone for a very, very common look here, and I think I need to change this a little bit. Yeah, we need to give this a little bit of something a little different. Why not? Don't want to be just normal. That would be boring. Let's put one of those in there. I need to put my mirror line back on, because I'm now starting to do mirroring things. There we go. So we're going to do a fairly flat-ish front to it. Lightweight. What else could we put in here? Some light blocks just to go in there. And then how about some rams? Yes, ram. Just for giggles, because it will look a little weird. That's good. I like that. And now some, have we got some corner pieces in here? 2-piece corner pieces. Sticking out a little, but should be okay. Oh, actually, that gives it a bit of a fit sort of fins. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Nothing wrong with that sort of design as such. Right, this is not going to have any room for any people. This is going to be totally drone-ish as much as I can. There. We'll put some another. Ooh, okay, that's not looking as good as I would like. But hey ho, never mind, eh? Could make that a little nicer, I guess. We'll see how this looks in once I've got some of the basics of it in place. So this is made to be an aircraft build, actually, what you're watching here, rather than normally I wouldn't go for all of this in the video. I'd normally cut it all out. So right, so we'll stop there. That can go there. Now I would need an engine. We've got no ammo on this, which is fine. This is going to be totally undefended, actually. How about that? Let's think. Ah, no, I have a better idea. This is going to be what I'm going to class as aggressive anti-missile system. So we're going to take this out here. I've got an idea. I has an ideas. What it's going to do is try to target the missiles that another ship is firing out. So we're going to put the 6-way connector here and the missile warner just in here. And we're going to put in our transmitter. Where's transmitter? Yes, I've got a interesting concept for this, beyond just lasing the target. Okay, so now we've got a forward-looking missile detector. Now, the idea being that it will, as it's heading toward, it will constantly be going in and out, heading towards our target, and whenever it sees it, goes near it, it will try to target as many of the opponent's missiles as possible to, basically remove the missile threat. So it's like an active missile, an active anti-missile ship. Hopefully that makes sense. I think that could be quite interesting as a concept. Let's see if that works. Right, yeah, so that will go there. Now I need to put in an engine roughly centrally, so I'm going to put the engine in here. Engine block, face that way, press the G. I'm pressing the G, the big G. Right, we put some crankshaft in. Now, I'm not going to be following our normal, or I say our normal, the normal route of a triple raised. I'm going to go for a side by side. That's just to keep the, this is not going to be very efficient. We're going for a slightly longer ship, actually. Let's go for a little bit more length on this, I think. Might not need that length, but okay. Now we put the carburetors in here. No, that's that. Carburetor, thank you. Brain having a little bit of an issue there for a second. Put a carburetor on the supercharger on the top of that, and then just put some fuel tanks on all the other bits, like that. Now we could put this out so they stick slightly out. Yeah, what the heck. It gives us the pattern. No, I'll just put it on the tops, not the sides. Let's go for this. We'll have to raise this up, or we'll have to put another slope back here. How much power has that just given us as a base level? 200. Okay, that's to be enough for a few enough jets, I think, to get this flying at a reasonable speed. We'll put a quick fuel storage in here. That can just go there. That's fine. I'll put another one at the back there as well. There we go. If I put a couple more of them in there just to fill that out, did that help at all? If not, I'll take them out. Where are you? Where are you? Had you there for a second. Oh dear, I hate that when it gets a little, sometimes a little difficult to find the engine. Oh, where are you gone to? Why? I'm right in it. Oh, there we go. 237. Okay, well, it didn't make too much difference, but we'll leave them there. Okay, this idea of the missile system. Now, obviously, I need a transmitter on the mainframe. Otherwise, it will not accept the Warner just there. What else do I need? Might also, at the same time, need a... If I put a... We'll see if this works. If I put a laser Warner on the top of this as well, it might work, because I'm not sure how directional this is off the top of my head. So we'll see if that works. Might not work at all, that, actually, but we'll see if it gives us some benefit. Otherwise, I'll have to put a Warner in some other places, and some of those other places will include just on the side, in the sides, somewhere like over here. And then we'll put some dispensers in also on some of these blocks, just to combine them up. The missile Warner, actually, the missile Warner I could actually put as a rotating. I know I've put it like that for the moment. Yeah, we'll leave it like that for the second. I could actually put one of my rotating ones on the bottom, so it just rotates constantly underneath, detecting the missiles. We'll see that, and if that is the case, I'll replace that with a laser Warner instead. Okay, getting a little bit away from myself. Okay. Right, let's see. If we were to do the missile system, we need 2 blocks. Now, it depends, do I want it sticking out a little bit? Yes, it can stick out a little bit. What we'll do is just about here, is we'll put a little bit something like that, and we'll change the scale of this. I didn't mean to do that. Let's go there. and we will use some 2 blocks now. Something like that. So we'll have a slightly raised and wider part just here, and let's just see what we need. If I just have a nice missile 6-way connectors, missile launch pads. So if missile launch pads are going here, that gives them 1, 2 against that. So that's going to give us 8 blocks. That's cool for this moment. I think 8 anti-missile missiles should take out a fair number of the opponent's missile systems. Right, we'll put a staggered fire just somewhere like that, and we'll set that at a reasonable 0.3 delay actually. We're just going to send these out not too fast, so it just fires at a reasonable rate. Then we put the missile controller, and because I put the staggered fire, no, it's not going to let me. Ugh, pain, you pain. Right, okay, I'm going to need to put in a block of some description. Something like that, and then I can put my weapon controller next to it, because it needs a block to connect to. Where are we here? Missiles. Missile controller. There we go, and then I need my control block. Are we going to find something? There we go, and that will simply go if hostile missile detected within 500 meters. Weapon system within 2. Fire. There we go. Yeah, that works as such. Right, these will be very simple systems. They're going to have a missile interceptor on the end, and then we're going to have a storage, a fin, a fuel tank, and that's it. That's all they get, basically. Nice and simple. 8 missiles, 8 anti-missile missiles, fire out, and boom. That sounds interesting. What's still going on down there? They make a lot of noise for something that hasn't got an engine. That's all I can say. Never mind, eh? Okay, let's just put some blocks in here just to cover this up a little bit. I think we'll go like this. We'll start go back here a little bit. We could put that. Oh, thank you very much. What else have we got to do on here? So it's almost complete. This is a very simple system. This particular one, nothing really difficult about this one. I say difficult, nothing advanced about this particular one. I just have to allow for up here going to this slightly more raised section here. Control blocks, I'm going to need some of the control blocks here are going to be for controlling the height of this vehicle and also how it goes in and out of combat. I'm going to use the standard aerial AI. We're going to have one which basically says, if I do this here now, if the vehicle health is less than 90%, then docking stations dock with the mothership. Okay, so that will simply work there. And also, I'm going to do one here. If the altitude is less than, so this is less than 1, docking station dock with mothership. Basically that is our water, so if it goes into the water, basically it will get pulled back to that ship, and then it will then release the aircraft once it is prepared, once it is repaired and or ready to go. Right, okay, this one, let's see, what have we got here? Okay, What else have we got then? These other two I will possibly use for if something is in range or not. So we'll have a look at that. I need to think about some... might as well put them in here. If I put in a... I know it's very close actually to this here. Let's put it into here. It'll look a little bit better. If I put in our missile system, missile detector, by putting a 6-way in here and then a transmitter on the back of it, and then we put our laser warner on the front, and then we're going to put our smoke dispenser. See, I remembered where it was this time, so I didn't go to any other block, so I saw it there, so I was able to click on it. Yay! Now obviously this is going to put out smoke, but reality is it's going to be in and out of the smoke before it can do anything, so it's going to leave puffs of smoke behind it, so it's not going to be fairly effective. But what it may have an effect is when it's going away from the target, so I will put a missile warner system on the rear, so if the vessel is firing at it whilst it is moving away, potentially it will block the missiles. Okay, we're going to put some basic ammo in here, but nothing too massive. Take out that fuel storage there as well. Maybe just a couple of barrels like that. That should be enough to send out a few rounds of these anti-missile missiles, hopefully. We'll see how many times that will fire. I might do that in a second, just as a quick test, just to see how many times this will fire out. It'll be interesting to see once that's charged up. What else do we need to do? Yes, I need to get this up a bit here. So what if we go... I need engines, I need wings. Engines will be basically a large thruster on the rear. Maybe some small ones somewhere else, like on the side. And we'll give it some slight ailerons in the centre here somewhere. Somewhere around here. Where are we? Where's our centre of mass? Our centre of mass is here. So it's going to be somewhere like this. We'll put some ailerons just to give it roll stability, so that will just deal with it rolling. Mostly won't use wings. I'm going to give this so much power, or hopefully give it enough power that we'll have just a huge jet on the rear like this. I should actually, first before I do that, what I'm going to do is get some light alloy Y beams and just go like that. Does that... Yep, that looks fine. Right, centre point, centre point, centre point. Jet engine, huge jet engine. Right. Now I don't want this too stable, but I don't want it to be... It's got to be able to fly. Well, I don't want it too stable, which is what we're going to have to look at. I mean, look, straight away, if I give that a proper height and some height adjustment, I think that will fly. You can already see that it's trying to. So that should be fine. We'll adjust the AI a little bit on here, and I'll do that in a minute. So okay, let me just finish out this hull and put in the rear smoke. I might put also, I've just thought of something else I might put in here, is I can combine all of this, because there's one thing I hadn't thought about, is smoke, sorry, flares. So what I might do is combining the two systems. If I go back into here, missiles, 6-way connectors, if I take out that there and then put this in like this and then put launch pads on, I can combine the one controller to do a combined flare and anti-missile system all in one. So if I just make this flares and flares, where are we? Flare, 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 sticky flare. That one goes off at, straight away, and that one goes after, say, 2 seconds. So it's dropped off behind, assigned to all. Now when this fires, well, this will be a good test. We've got that up to the proper system now. It'll go drop a load of the anti-missiles, and then it will start pushing out a load of flares. Now some of these haven't actually released from the system, or they've already reloaded, and it's already reloaded some of this again. How much fuel did that? That used most of our ammo up, so it's taking. It looks like we're going to get 2 rounds. So if I do another test on that. That's dropped off a fair few flares and a fair few anti-interceptor missiles, which is good, and then it will take a bit of time to reload. Now I could put an ammo processor on there just to increase that time a little bit. Why not? It'll use a little bit of metal, but that will be fine. Yeah, okay, so now that's a little bit more using the system for more than one purpose at a time. I like that. That's a little bit more multifunctional as such. Let's see, we can most probably go here. No, we'll put that on there. Then we'll go down with 1 blocks. Okay, before I go any further, I will say what I was going to say is before, and do what I said I was going to do, and that I'll do this offline now. So, back in a little bit once I have put the body on this. See you shortly. Hello and welcome back to our little group, the LaserPenguin, as I've decided to call it, for no apparent reason whatsoever, other than it's got lasers and it's, I don't know, it just reminded me of penguin sort of thing. It is now complete. It's got its armaments on the back, the armaments, I should say the propulsion, and the AI is set up on this to sort of stay relatively close, within 1,000 meters, and I've set the control block so that if it runs out of fuel it'll redock, if it starts getting damaged it will redock, and if there's no enemies around it will redock, but otherwise it will go and fly quite happily out there. As you can see, the lasers, our friendly lasers, are setting off our own smokes, which is a problem only aesthetically. It would be nice if it didn't do that, but it is, so, such is life on occasion. Let's just get a few screenshots might as well. So this is our little group, so now we're down to a little bit of testing, I think. See how they actually do perform against some of the enemies we have. So I'm not going to go too heavy on this. Let's just bring in something from the Lightning Hoods. A ship, crossbolt. Can't remember what that is, but it looks no, a Volta. Let's go against a Volta and just see how it does against a Volta. So we've got missiles firing already. Now 5 seconds and then the ships should launch. They're obviously aiming at the target. At the moment none of the laser guided missiles will fire because they're most probably not getting guided. Are we going to get a release? Come on, release. Should have released. Unless for some reason it thinks it is out of range. Let's have a look. If we can find the right AI. Oh no, it should be fine. Okay, it's within 2,000 meters. It is now released, and a little bit of a hop and a start there suddenly. I think the problem there is the control block only works for 2,000 meters. So are these now getting lased? This seems to be getting lasers in, so our laser missiles are coming down. They are missing it. It's a little fast for this particular target. Okay, but let's see how this is doing. Now this is firing at our ship. Is Is it defending itself? Not specifically. Let's see what else it's going to be going against. I'm seeing if something is using its lasers. This is or is putting out light smoke, so I'm guessing it is trying to attack it. And the missiles, well, they have taken it out eventually. Could be a combination of the short range and the long range missiles. Okay, so we've got one problem then, is this 2,000 meter range, in that the ship has to be within 2,000 meter for the docks to release. Now all of the big missiles are coming in quite nicely, actually. They're doing their job quite nicely, so that is actually working. Having a different ship lasing the target. And what we can do is I'm going to change this a little bit with the undocking to bear with me 1 second, because I don't like that so that they have to be within a certain distance. Let's just say every 5 seconds it's going to release the dock and let the ships decide themselves whether they want to dock up again. So if we release the dock, instead of that, every 5 seconds, let's say. There we go. So every 5 seconds it will release, and then the ships themselves will decide, no, the enemy's too far away, I'm gonna come back in again. But this one, I might take that one off. There we go. So it gets released, and then they come back again. Yeah, if we could put the distance on the control block to be larger than 2,000, that would be of a benefit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this one to be not worry about if an enemy is in range. So we'll change the control block if I can find it. Bear with me whilst I just make this change. So what we're doing to do is take out, activate when enemy range, put that on there, but I'm going to put this to sort of like only if that's the case after 60 seconds. Okay, so it's only to run every 60 seconds. Otherwise, as you can see, this is going to blast off. It's got a good speed. It's not totally unstable. It is rocking around a little bit, but its main factor is going to be it's got a good speed there. It's going quite high, 400, so that should make it hopefully less damageable. Let me come out of the build mode on that. We will save it before I come out of this. So let's try something else. Let's try something a little bit bigger. So that was the Volta. Let's find what's this Sapphire. Let's go for some of these are quite fast ships. Okay, let's just go for this Marianas because it looks quite large. So let's just come out with that and see what that comes and fires like. So our ships should be heading in this direction. We have some laser targeting by the looks of it coming in. Where's it gone to? Where's it gone? Is it actually a submarine? Actually, where's that lasing? Where's the lasers? It is actually a submarine. Okay, that's not something I foresaw, but our missiles are still coming in on that target, which is good. We have smoke going out. Our jet hopefully is heading towards it. Yes, our jet is heading towards it. It's not lasing it at the moment because the jet has only got a 1,000 meter range for its missiles. Looks like our laser missiles are not targeting. Why would that be? Is it because this is not targeting? This cannot get a target lock. Possibly because of all the smoke. So we're relying on our jet here. And how is our jet doing? Our jet is it targeting now? Ah, we have targeting, so we have an issue with this 2000 range, it not letting it up quick enough. Now that we have a targeting solution potentially, he has got anti-missile systems, and our lasers are not torpedoes, so they're not going under the water in this case. But they are they're going far enough under because they're coming in at a high enough angle. They seem to be coming in. Has our ship here taken some damage? Yes, he's taken damage, so he's heading back to the ship. But our other long-range vessel is now targeting it. So, okay, that's working. Potentially not enough missiles to get through his targeting, although I think it has. It's doing the damage at the long range. Yep, AI dead, and that laser targeting is aiming for the primary target. So that's doing what I wanted. That is high angle missiles at long range on some of these targets. I think that maybe the this could start targeting a little sooner, so I'm just going to adjust the AI in here if I can catch up with it again. So that currently I'd set this to only fire the laser targeting. If we go, where are we? At 1,000 meters, but I'm going to increase that to 3,000. So even though the ship will keep close, it will laze as soon as possible on that ship as soon as it is flying. Okay, so that's good. Let's try one more just to ensure it works a little bit nicer. Let's see. Oops, wrong button. What else have we got? So we went Marianas, TerraVolt, maybe. I think the megawatt. Okay, the megawatt might be too much. Again, this wouldn't be in the battle on its own, so I'm thinking of things around the 25 point mark. Maybe a megawatt. Okay, we'll do a destruction test. Let's try a TerraVolt. See if it can go up against a TerraVolt. Okay, so it's firing. And what is this? Is this a slight flying ship? Or is it a hovering ship? Oh no, it seems to be just a normal ship, which is fine. So we've got the targeting beams are coming in, and it is firing at us, and we can see smoke is being deployed by our main ships, which is cool. And now the missiles are coming in following the targeting laser, and they've missed just because he's a bit fast. Although, no, some of them turned right at the end and started going for the target. There's another volley coming in, we can see up there. And yes, nice. That's coming in very nicely. Some missiles seem to be possibly when it's following a laser which is not quite aligned, then it picks one of the ones which are on target. So a couple of times there, but that's not too bad. But our lasers are coming in quite nicely there. And our long range system and the Scout is working very nice. Okay, that looks like a working system to me, and it's a little bit unusual. Let's just check on our damages. LaserPenguin got a little bit of damage. I haven't put any repair bots on this. Okay, so that's generally a working system. as such. These would, as you can see, go back to the main ship after a little while to repair and anything else that needs to be done to them, so which is good. This one will go back there. It obviously took a bit of damage, but I didn't put any repair bots on these, so I'll quickly do that on each of these ships. But otherwise, that's a working system, and that's going to be added to our Turtle AA destroyer to potentially, you know, back up the new backup for our battle cruiser. Which the battle cruiser, I'm in the middle of just putting some smoke dispensers on them. To see how that works, see if that can just protect it a little bit better. So, any comments on this build? I will put these up onto the Steam Workshop. One thing, okay, before I go, one quick little item is the names on these items. If you want to use these, use this platform, what you will need to do is download all 3 blueprints from the Steam Workshop, and then on the main ship, you're going to have to spawn in each of the vehicles, and then you're going to have to go into the docking station and dock the vehicles. If you just then you can interact and load them in and save them as a sub vehicle spawned vehicle, you know, as the name suggests. So you need to make sure you do that for each of the items, all of the items, before they will work. Just downloading the main one will not include all of the sub vehicles. Hopefully that's understandable. Fairly easy. Also, it's useful if you just put them all into the same folder, whatever that folder happens to be on your machine, just so that they are all together. That also can stop any small problems that may arise. Sorry, just seeing little bits that I think need a little bit of improvement whilst I'm working on it. So hopefully that's been informative. A slightly little different design. I like this more than the AA destroyer, to be honest. It looks nicer. We've got some unusual aircraft and a new system using the sort of remotely targeted drones, and I'm going to be interesting to see this working with the subs, to be honest. That could be very interesting. But until next time, leave any comments below about anything you've seen here, anything I've missed. Someone previously did mention how I missed out one of the blocks on the accidentally deleted something, and yes, I did. I did delete one of these blocks by accident, and it had to be redone, and it is actually still not 100% correct. So I do, you know, there's always the case of mistakes. You know, crap happens, for want of a better word, and sometimes someone gets deleted where it shouldn't be. Such is life on occasion. Hopefully this has been of interest. Any comments, leave them below. Please subscribe so you can see when the next video comes out, and I think the next one will actually be all I will be in the campaign, just testing some of these out against all of the lightning hoods, and we may also just test out some of the air carrier fleet as well. I've put some smokes on the air carrier itself. The other aircraft I haven't done anything with at this time, so we'll see how it does get through. And finally, we have the Aquanautics fleet, which I actually haven't made any changes to. I want to see how they work just straight out the bat. Being underwater, they may have a certain level of protection, which will be interesting to see. So, until next time, as always, keep building, keep fighting, keep playing, and have fun.